Hey guys, what's up? It's Joe Rady from Rady's Rides. I'm back here at Dimmitt Chevrolet in Clearwater, Florida, and guess what? We have the Tahoe that you've been waiting for. This is the totally redesigned 2021 Chevrolet Tahoe Z71. But before we dive into this full-size off-road SUV, let's talk about what's going on here. 2021 is becoming a big model year for Chevrolet and the Tahoe. Totally redesigned. It's a little wider, it's a little longer, and the wheelbase is almost 5 inches longer. The biggest news though is going to be what's underneath the rear bodywork. It's going to be the first ever multi-link independent rear suspension. One thing is for certain, when it comes to full-size SUVs, they have really done their homework at Chevrolet with the exterior, but boy oh boy, wait until we get to the interior. That's where you're going to see changes, especially if you've been in a previous generation. You're going to see some huge changes. So let's go ahead, let's find out, is this the king of full-size off-road SUVs, the 2021 Tahoe Z71. Right off the bat, you'll see how they took the styling of the Silverado and carried it into the Tahoe. So you're going to get full LED lighting, LED daytime running lamps. I love the way they took the bodywork, integrated nicely, how it locks in. Now, as we drop down, here's something that's surprising. You actually have non-functional side air curtains. If you've seen the standard Tahoe, if you've seen the Silverado, they have functional side air curtains. So I don't know why they decided to do that, so I am gonna zonk it. But what I do like is the way they took that opening and extended it into the lower area here. Now, as we come across that massive grille, you're gonna get your blacked out bow tie. I like the black chrome. They went with this dark chrome finish, goes all the way into that headlight housing, interlocks very nicely. You got your Z71 badge. This grille is specific to the Z71, and no longer is it a package, it's a trim. So this is literally the Tahoe Z71. Gloss black, forward-facing camera. You have your bright red tow hooks. That's a way to say that this is the Z71 Tahoe. The grille, you'll see the amount of ground clearance. So when you're approaching, say, a rock or some type of hill, you have an additional 7.1 inches of ground clearance as you are going on that approach angle. So something to take into consideration. I like the way they painted this silver, but here's the bigger news. You have metal skid plates at the front and at the back to protect the inner working bits. Of course, we have an increased radiator size for cooling, but really nice, aggressive. I'm loving the look of the Tahoe Z71. Now, when you get up onto the hood, I like the way they put a nice crease, folds down perfectly to meet the grille. Then you have some nice rises and lines, and the way that it kind of curves into the A-pillars really gives it a nice look. Now, as we come around the bend, what are we working with? Wheel and tire setup. These are specific to the Tahoe Z71. So you have these 20-inch gunmetal gray metallic with the machined aluminum wheels. I like the blacked out bow tie. You have those Goodyear Wrangler trail style tires. This is that off-road tire. They beefed up the suspension, plenty of ground clearance. Even the way that they worked the painted bodywork, no flat black plastic, really brings up the level of fit and finish. Now, as we go down the fender, you have that beautiful Z71 badge. I don't mind the placement. Color matched mirror caps. We got cameras every which way from Sunday on the Z71 to make sure as you're going off-road that you're not gonna run over anything that maybe will damage your beautiful Tahoe. I like the blacked out badging. You have fixed Z71 running boards, give you a nice grip to get on in. Very low roof rails. I like the way they kept everything just gloss black. Nice, simple, clean. We keep working towards the rear. You got that independent rear suspension. The way they dropped in the rear quarter window is seamless, super stylish. And then when we get to the back, here's your reworked tail lamps. I like the way we have the Chevrolet name in there, LED looking good. And then you're gonna have that nice low roof spoiler, and look at where they put the windshield wiper. Kind of just swing down nicely, keeps everything super smooth. Dark chrome trim, just like up front with our blacked out bow tie, the Tahoe badge. It would have been nice to have a Z71 badge back here. So that's a zonk. They should have put that back here. But as we drop down, super simple, more black chrome underneath here. Of course, you have all your towing capabilities in this 4x4, but why don't we pop the hood and see what's powering this particular Tahoe Z71. All right, guys, we got the hood popped on the all-new Tahoe. We have hydraulic hood struts For the first time in a Tahoe, we have 3 engine options. You actually have the ability to get a Duramax turbo diesel straight 6 that's coming out a little bit later, and of course the familiar 2 V8s. We have the 5.3. The other option is the 6.2. So going the 5.3 route is going to get you 355 horsepower, 383 pound-feet of torque. It's made it to a 10-speed automatic transmission, 0 to 60 in about 7.1 seconds, quarter mile in 15.6, top speed 115 miles per hour. This Tahoe, the way it's equipped, weighs around 5,866 pounds. MPGs, 16 in the city, 20 on the highway. You could tow around 6,600 pounds. And like I mentioned earlier, with the revised front fascia on the Z71 Tahoe, you get an extra 7 inches of approach angle as you are going off-road. If you even want more ground clearance, so you have about a little over 8 inches of ground clearance. If you want more, you could get an optional airlift suspension, which will get you about 10 inches of ground clearance. But why don't we go ahead, let's get to the interior, because that's where we're gonna see some of the biggest changes in Tahoe history. All right, guys, we're inside the 2021 Tahoe Z71. I know you're saying to yourself, Joe, I've been dreaming for this day. I've been wanting an all-new full-size SUV. I've really liked the look of this one. How much is it? MSRP, the way that this is optioned, is $65,650. Let's see what you get for the money. To the door panels, big surprise, increased quality and materials. I love the stitch work, the bright silver material, the wood trim, soft armrest. They really knocked it out of the park on the door panel. Even the speaker cover with the silver trim, you have the optional 10-speaker Bose sound system, and you have nice door pockets. You have your candy bar pocket up top, and down below you can easily fit 2 Jersey Mike subs and a bottle of Mr. Pibb to wash it all down. When you come to the dash, everybody gets a grab handle to pull yourself on in. I like how flat the dash is, the stitch work, soft material, wood trim. You got a little secret door here. So if you have maybe some family jewels that you don't want to scratch, you could put them in here because you got nice felt lining, and then you just close the door. This is really what everybody's raving about. You have a 10.2-inch touchscreen, Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, nice swipe features. You like cameras? We got them. There we are out front. You got your 360. Let's say you want to look at your wheels. There they are. That's what you get with the Z71 trim. You could go and get your trailer hook up there, looking down, looking good, 360. We kind of come back, there we are out front. They did a bang up job, I'm telling you. Look at that, even out back. That's the great technology. That's what I love about this Tahoe, especially the Z71. We go back to home, you got your AC controls, very fast reacting. The colors are nice, the fonts, everything looks good. Here is your push-pull system for the transmission. Pull for drive and reverse, push for neutral and park. They did that on purpose as a safety feature, and I'm telling you, you're not gonna miss the column shift. Love the stitching. Let me throw it in reverse. You can see the backup camera. Look at that. Nice trajectory. You can switch through. Super clean. Look at that. Perfect. Go back into park. Start stop button, stitch work, get your radio controls, dual climate, heated seats but no ventilated seats. That's gonna be a zonk at $65,000. USB-C, USB, and a 12-volt. Wireless charging. Where is my Z71 sliding lid? I wish they would have a lid here just to finish it up, but boy, oh boy, did they do a great job with the finishes. The silver, the stitch work. They even have a banana holder here. Chevrolet knows that you like to snack. A banana holder. Here's a little fun fact. 1 regular sized banana is 2 fruit servings. So something to think about as you're munching on your trip. Here's your Chevrolet key fob. I'll shine the gold for you. Bling, bling. Spin it around. You got remote start. You can pop the hatch. You can panic. 2 cup holders, nice padding on the armrest. You got the little grip area for your cell phone. Open it up, you got a nice little rock tray. So when you're going off-roading, you could collect some regular rocks here, put some nice polished stones, and maybe some jewels that you find along the way. This area of this center console is so large, you could get a giant glass of pickles and drop them in there and munch on them all day long. Remember, a pickle is nothing more than a fancy cucumber. USB-C, USB, I'll put our rock tray back, close it up. Seats, leather, simple, clean, the stitch work, all the way down, just wish they were ventilated. Full power assist for the passenger and the driver, and this particular one is optioned with the panoramic sunroof. So say you're off-roading and you want to see what those clouds are looking like, just don't stare at the sun, you'll burn out your retinas. but very nice. It goes all the way back. So really, really super clean. And then if you want to close it, it's just one touch. But why don't you come on over here at the business end? I want to show you behind the wheel of this Tahoe. All right, guys, business time. You do have 2 memory seat settings, which is wonderful. Placed right there by all the other switchgear. You have your Chevrolet lower sill plate here looking good. Here's all your seat controls, easy to get to. I love the lower lumbar. Thank you. Seats, great. I'm 6 feet tall, plenty of room. Steering wheel, very simple, very clean. I like the leather, got the blacked out bow tie, just a little bit of silver trim. Where this is lacking is definitely your gauges. So you have the older style gauges, smaller digital display. The great news is you got plenty of gauges. It's just, it's on the dated side of things and it makes it feel like the old generation, but still great to have all that information. And you do have, since it is Z71, there's your 4x4 controls, 2 high, 4 low, 4 high, easy to get to, all the safety features and whatnot. But why don't we get to the mid-row and see how your passengers are gonna like the Z71 Tahoe. All right, guys, backseat time, or I should say mid-row time. The nice thing is you're gonna get a lot more room in here. Still that great amount of headroom. They did a good job on the captain's chairs, just wide enough. It was just, if it was any smaller, I would have zonked it. You have leather all the way around, which is wonderful. And then you got your little command center here. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna have Victor back up. These seats do slide. Look at this, I'm like on the floor in this thing. That's how much room there is, like a playroom. So I'll slide that back for Victor to show off. You got your 2 cup holders, AC controls, heated seats, but no ventilated seats, USB-C, USB-C, and a home power source. AC controls are easy to figure out. You got the vents up top. I have a pocket over here, so if I really am wanting some potassium, I could have my bananas in there. You could have your own bananas. Play with your own banana. You're not playing with mine. Plenty of headroom, AC vent. Here is where, talk about playing, you can have some fun. So you have the nice slide feature. And get ready for this. The recline feature. So very, very nice. I could direct the air perfectly on my face. Anyways, I think your mid-row passengers are gonna be very happy, but let's get to that 3rd row and see what the new independent rear suspension brings for the people sitting in the last row of the Tahoe. All right, guys, 3rd row time, real simple. There's a nice little toggle switch button there. You go 1, you go 2. Right there, look at that, plenty of room, and then you're just gonna get on in. Have a nice running start, 1, 2, 3. Move these floor mats out of the way, and what I'm gonna do is I have the seat all the way back, and it shows you just how much room we have between my big old knees and the back of the seat. This seat can, and it will slide up. 6 feet, still plenty of headroom. I got an AC vent nicely back here, and as you can see, my knees are not in my mouth. Normally in a Tahoe, I'm like this. Hey guys, Joe Rady from Rady's Rides. But in this Tahoe, I could sit more comfortable, and I like that. USB-C's back here, 2 cup holders, actually a cup holder and a little Skittles tray, a little Skittles compartment. But other than that, the leather feels good, seats feel good. Let's check out the cargo area because I think you're gonna be impressed with this 2021 Tahoe. All right, guys, time to check out the cargo area. We actually push the button, opens up nicely. It's a little on the slow side, but that's okay because check this out. You have over 25 cubic feet of space. That's never been like that on a Tahoe ever. On top of that, we have a nice little storage area. You could fill this up with some cheeseburgers. Maybe put cheeseburgers here, regular burgers there, close it down. Here's where you got your little command center. So we have a home power source. So if you're going to the beach, if you're going to a football game, if you're going to the moon, you could have power. And then here's your buttons to put the rows of seats down. So let's do some number fun. 25, over 25 cubic feet of space. If you want over 90, all you gotta do is hit this. You have over 90 cubic feet of space right there. If you want almost 145 cubic feet of space, boom, look at that. Flat as can be, plus you just have all that flexibility, but if you're ready, I'm definitely ready. Let's take this Tahoe Z71 for a little spin. All right, guys, we're leaving Dimmitt Chevrolet. We're in the 2021 Tahoe Z71. Right away, I love what they've done to the interior, not only from a space standpoint, but also just the fit and finishes. You do have an electric tilt and telescoping steering wheel as well in this vehicle. Infotainment system, easy to get to. It really is a good height. It doesn't stand out. It doesn't look like it's just stuck on with some double-sided tape or bubble gum. Visibility out the back is nice, and not having the column shift, I don't miss it. It's out of the way, free and clear. I just wish there was a lid over where the wireless charging is. That would just give it a nice finished look. But ride perspective, feels really, really compliant, very comfortable. Seats feel good. I think really they knocked it out of the park with how they raised their game on the interior of this Tahoe Z71, or all the Tahoes, to be honest with you. All right, guys, let's see how the Tahoe Z71 handles on the asphalt jungle on throttle. That 10-speed dropping down very smooth, very quickly. And what's wonderful is for an off-road vehicle, I'm not feeling really bouncy and floaty. Holds a line nice. I'm getting good feedback to the steering wheel. Where this is really going to shine is obviously going off-road, which hopefully soon we'll be able to do here on Rady's Rides in a Tahoe Z71. But for the time being, at least we could showcase probably what 90% of the people are going to be doing with this Tahoe Z71, which is just driving it normally on paved roads. But just very, very smooth with the power delivery. That's what I love about these naturally aspirated V8s. All right, guys, we're going to take the Tahoe Z71 out onto the highway, see how the ride quality is, the sound quality. But I'm telling you right now, especially if you're coming from a previous generation Tahoe, you're really going to appreciate the changes that they've made with this 2021 model. Getting on the highway, super smooth. The off-road tires are not too noisy, to be honest with you, and the wind noise is exactly what you'd probably expect with the size of the side mirrors that we have, but very smooth, not bouncy. I'm really liking the way that they engineered this Tahoe, and you're going to get better ride quality because of the independent rear suspension and the longer wheelbase. It's a more compliant Tahoe. So hopefully this gave you a nice overall feel of what this is all about. We're going to get back to Dimmitt Chevrolet and wrap this one up. So I'll see you in a split second. All right, guys, been another great day here at Dimmitt Chevrolet. Definitely got to thank Raheel and the rest of the crew getting us not only a regular Tahoe, but the Tahoe Z71. I really think that Chevrolet has knocked it out of the park with this vehicle, not only from a look standpoint, but that interior space, the technology, and now it's official. It's no longer a package, it's an official trim. The Tahoe Z71 really is a standout with full-size SUVs that are off-road capable. But if you want to keep seeing these large SUVs on Rady's Rides, leave a comment in the comment section. If you're new and you're on your way out, hit that subscribe button. I promise you it's worthwhile coming back for more. If you are a subscriber, thank you for being part of the Rady's Rides family. If you want to help us keep making great content just for you, click the link in the description, get yourself some Rady's Rides merch. Got to give it up to Victor, manning that camera like a champ out here in the Florida sun. This is the 10th car that we've done today, and he didn't even stop once, even to use the restroom. So he's probably about to explode. We'll get that taken care of for you, Victor. And just like always, guys, I'll see you on the next ride.